Florida Explorer. We're at Busch Gardens. It's June 1st. Been here for a few hours. It's about an hour and a half before closing. We're obviously at the elephant area. Checking out the elephants. Elephant getting wet. That's pretty cool. That's funny. I just like to be walking down the beach and see one of those in the water. It's crazy. Well, this one's walking over here to do something. Besides just stand around, that's pretty cool. He's kind of a smaller one. There's another one back there. They got a good little bunch of these out there over here. Oh, we're almost in time for the elephant encounter. I guess he sees that that's happening. He's coming over to get some bamboo shoots or whatever it is. Sorry. We were happy with the paradise. In the spirit of the paradise. We were one. We were one. Even they get across there, they must lower a little gate for them or something. Turn your back. Never turn your back. On the paradise. Camera now. You'll be on YouTube by midnight. You have to sign a waiver though. Why not? Well, here's one they're going to do some kind of funky cool stuff with. Tell us about him and feed him and all kind of mess like that. Another one. Another one.
welcome to the Elephant Interaction Area. My name is Katie. I'm also joined by Amy over on the right-hand side, and we're a few of the elephant trainers, and we'd like to introduce you to our Asian elephant herd. Now here at the interaction wall with me, on the left-hand side is Karina, and on the right-hand side is Karnauti. Karina and Karnauti have a unique dynamic in that they're mother and daughter. Karina is 43 years old on the left. She is mom. Now, Karina has lived here at Busch since the early 70s with the other members of our herd, but 24 years ago, Karnauti came on the scene. She was born into this group. Now, Karnauti's a bit younger than everyone else, has a lot of energy, loves interacting, and is always looking to play. Now, earlier today, she was playing a lot in the mud, as you can tell. Not just her, but all the elephants in our herd love the mud, because not only does that mud create a lot of fun playtime, but also helps keep their skin in good condition, much like a mud mask and spa. Now, over on the right-hand side, we have two more elephants. On the left is Simba, and on the right is Rosie. Now, Simba's a taller elephant. She has a lot of she's very long eyelashes. That's one way you can tell her apart. Meanwhile, Rosie's a shorter elephant with a rounder face and a thicker trunk. Now, Simba has the distinction of being the oldest elephant in our herd at 47 years old, and Rosie has the distinction of being one of the most vocal elephants in the herd, and she's 45 years old. We do have a fifth member, our matriarch Tina, who's just approaching now. She was having some fun on the beach over by our pool earlier, and just decided to come over when she heard us talking on the microphone, because she knew that meant playtime was happening. Now, all the elephants I've introduced you to are females, and that's because that's how elephants like to live. For the most part, elephants will live in female herds, and males will travel between groups, or males will even kind of strike out on their own in bachelor groups for a little while. That said, elephants are led by a matriarch, and ours is Tina. Now, Tina has earned this matriarchal status not from age or size, but instead strictly their personality. She has a more dominant role in the group, where she will enforce discipline as she needs to, but she's also the one the other elephants will look to for support and guidance. Now, I've been having a loosely structured interaction with Karina, Karnauti, and now Tina, while Amy has had a fun interaction over on the right with Simba Rosie. But one thing you might have noticed about all the training we do is it's based on positive reinforcement. Now, we can ask elephants for a wide variety of behaviors by using body language, shape. And it's always an elephant's choice whether or not they participate. In other words, I'm not making the elephants do anything, I'm just asking. And because I've been able to build a very strong relationship with these elephants over the years, they know that if they do something that I'm asking them to do, then it's going to turn into a fun game. Elephants do enjoy a wide variety of positive reinforcement. But the first thing we're going to do when they complete a desired behavior is blow that whistle. So when I shook my body and the three elephants went ahead and shook theirs, you heard me blow that high-pitched whistle, which tells them they were doing a great job. Now, that whistle also can tell the elephants that they can expect some type of reinforcement. Now, not only do elephants enjoy fruits and vegetables, in fact, one of Karina's over here on the left, one of her favorite are grapes. But they also enjoy when someone they know, a trainer that has a relationship, gets close and can offer us a little massage. Don't get jealous, Tina. In fact, what Tina's doing right now is asking for me to scratch her tongue. In fact, as I put my hand a little closer, she actually sticks her tongue out, asking for that little tongue scratch. I've had a chance, like I said, to build a relationship with Tina, so it's a lot of trust involved in putting your hand in an elephant's mouth, but it's also a lot of trust from her when she opens her mouth and sticks her tongue out like that. Now, right now, the elephants are kind of going off on their own. This is a behavior that I've been working with Tina and Karina for a while, training them to do a high five. Now, it's always kind of a fun sign when a new behavior that you're working on is something the elephants find so fun that they do even without you asking. I'll let this one again. Up. I'm asking all three elephants to lift their trunks up wide, which allows me to get a really nice look inside their mouth. Now, not only can you see that really big tongue, but on Tina in the middle, there's that tongue right there. You can also see those tusks. A female Asian elephant will have tusks, but they're so much smaller than a male Asian elephant that the lips will usually cover them up. So usually it's really hard to see those tusks. That's nice. Now, that's one great way to tell the difference between male and female Asian elephants. But a really simple way to tell the difference between Asian elephants and African elephants to start with is their coloration. You may notice that underneath all the mud, Tina's trunk here, hold it steady for a second, that trunk has a lot of speckling. Now that speckling is something that she was born with. All Asian elephants are born with their own unique pattern. It's a little bit like a fingerprint, so you can actually identify individual elephants if you study that freckle pattern closely enough. There you go. There you go. And another good way to distinguish Asian elephants and African elephants is their ear size. Now, Asian elephant ears are much smaller than their African elephant counterpart, and that's because the ears not only help channel sound, but they also help the elephants thermoregulate their body. In fact, if you look closely at all the elephants, you may notice that some of them are flapping those ears back and forth. Well, those ears have a network of veins and arteries, and on a hot day, they'll expand to really include a lot of blood. So as the elephants flap their ears back and forth, you may notice that it's actually cooling the blood off, much like a radiator in a car. Now, as that blood circulates through their entire body, it'll help cool off the body temperature from the inside out. Elephants cannot sweat like you and I can, so it's really important that they have a myriad of other ways to help cool themselves off and thermoregulate in warm temperatures. Oh, put your hands in. Right in there? All right. Right in there. Now we know we're very fortunate to work with such an incredible herd, but Asian elephants are an endangered species. Unfortunately, there's fewer than 30,000 Asian elephants left in the world today, and that number is continuing to decline. The main cause for concern with Asian elephants is human-elephant conflict, or HEC for short. As humans and elephants fight for the same resources, like food, land, and even water, they're coming in contact with each other in dangerous ways. For example, as elephants move around, they're being killed by high-speed trains or even by electrocuted by power lines. They're being hit by cars and stepping on forgotten landmines. On average, anywhere from 10 to 20 elephants will perish every day due to this conflict. Now, likewise, as elephants move around, they do eat a lot, and sometimes it's the forest, but sometimes it's also individual crops, which cause hardships for the area. And if there is something in the way of an elephant herd, they'll usually just knock it down, whether it's a farmer's house, or a school, or another part of the village. Now, this can cause injuries and fatalities for the people, which means that this situation is becoming more and more complicated. As the complications grow, we know that we can see the extinction of the Asian elephant in our lifetime simply due to the lack of resources and unsustainable farming practices. Now, through our SeaWorld Busch Gardens Conservation Fund, we're working hard to extend education and cooperative efforts in many of the countries where the elephants are found. I'd like to thank you for coming by and learning a little bit more about our elephant herd, and we hope you enjoyed meeting a few of them. If you have any questions at all about our elephants or elephants in the wild, don't hesitate to ask. Once again, my name is Katie. I'm here with Amy. Over here at the interaction wall, we have Karina on the left, Pernody on the right, and Tina's in the middle, of course. And over on the right-hand side, the shorter elephant on the left is Rosie, and the taller elephant walking down is Simba. We hope you enjoyed meeting our herd, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Busch Gardens. Right.